Hello Dutch learner and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to talk about the different articles in Dutch and more particularly about de and het. So when you're starting to learn Dutch you start to notice, de, that's the, and then you start to notice there's another article which is called het. And what does het mean? Well, it means the as well. And of course, you ask yourself the question, when do I use de and when do I use the? And then I say, as a good teacher, de is for male and female nouns, and het is for neutral nouns. So there's a third gender in Dutch, just like in German. So then the students are, so if it's a living thing, I use de, and if it's not a living thing, it's like het. For example, de man, the man, and het boek, the book. Het boek, neutral, doesn't live, so it takes het. And the man, most men are alive, or at least they were alive, or they are going to be alive. We use de. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, but no, because, for example, het kind, the child. A child is alive, or was alive, or will be alive. And de tafel, the table, it takes a de. And you're like, a table doesn't live, and it takes de, and the child lives, and it takes het. So where is the logic? And then I'm like, unfortunately, you either know it or you don't. But luckily, there are a few tricks that can help you on your way. First of all, most nouns in Dutch take de. I'd say 60-70% maybe, or maybe a little bit more. Depends also on how frequent these words are used, how frequently these words are used. So if you don't know it, it's better to use de. However, there are words that use het. So it's good to learn by heart those words that are most commonly used, those words that take het. For example, here are a few examples. Het huis, die house, so that takes het. Het geld, the money. Het werk, the work. And het probleem, the problem. So if you make a list of those words that you hear often and you know there are het words, this will really help you. And then you know, the rest is de. All right? However, there are also some rules that can help you. For example, het drinken van alcohol is verboden. How do you translate that? The drinking of alcohol is forbidden, isn't allowed. All right? So, het drinken. When we're putting a the in front of a verb, then we're always going to use het. As in this case, het drinken. The drinking of alcohol is forbidden. Or is forbidden here. Verboden. Alright, so when you're using this construction, which is not very good Dutch, but people use it, so in that case, you know it's always het. Also, if you're using a diminutive, and what is a diminutive? It's to make something small, a noun that is small. For example, een beetje, a little bit. Then you're going to use het beetje. Also, het tafeltje, the little table. So we learned in the first one of the first words here in this lesson, it's de tafel, but if it's a little table, het tafeltje, then we're going to use het. Also, het huisje. So you recognize the diminutives by the GE at the end. Sometimes they're a little bit different. You add a T also. But if you see one of those, then it's always het. Alright, and then there are the words that end with a specific ending that are usually het. So not always het. For example, words ending with isme, like racisme, racism, het racisme. Alright, words ending with ment also usually take het. For example, het compliment, the compliment. Sul, het raadsel, the quiz or like in a guessing game, what you guess, a mystery, like something you have to guess or to solve. So that's het raadsel. And that's het museum. Het museum, the museum always takes het. So this can already set you on your way for het. And now let's see some rules for de. When a word is in the plural, then it's going to take de. Even diminutives. So for example, de problemen, you know it's het probleem, but de problemen, 2 problems, or the problems in the plural. Right? Het huis, but de huizen. The house and the houses. And then if it's with the diminutive, then you also take de. So de huisjes, the little houses. Then you're going to also use de. And also, it's not always true, but things that are usually related to people, to persons, they usually take de. For example, professions, de ingenieur, the engineer, de kokkin, the cook, the female cook, and de president, the president. Sorry, I got a little bit English there. De president, the president. So these will usually be with de. Alright, so remember, most nouns take de. Focus on the ones that are the most frequent, and you'll already be well on your way. Do you have any difficulties with Dutch or particular topics you want me to address? Feel free to write a comment, and who knows, it will be in the next video. So, tot ziens!